Yeah. What's the damn deal? It's your girl, Journey J.
This Steffi Sherelle.
Yeah, and we here with another segment of Coffees and Blunts. Y'all know how we do things, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? We here with another discussion. So we was talking the other day, and we were talking about self-acceptance, you know, and how it's a journey to be able to, you know, get to know yourself, to be able to accept who you are, what you bring to the table. And, you know, we just thought it was really important to, you know, share our knowledge and how we felt our journey of self-acceptance.
Right.
You know, and, but, so my sis, you know what I'm saying, some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not have known, you know, she went through some things last year and dealing with her health and things like that, and so she had to learn a lot of things in personal growth, and I've just been recently going on my own spiritual journey of learning myself and self-acceptance and some things of some trauma I didn't even know I had, y'all.
Okay.
Well, you don't even know you got trauma, that's the thing. Well, you know, that's the most thing, because like, you gotta know, you gotta
figure out what is triggering certain things.
Exactly.
And then work on those things in order for it no longer to trigger you.
Yeah. So a lot of times,
first you gotta know what the trigger is.
There you go. First you gotta know what the trigger is. Okay. Yeah. So, example, right? Well, let's get to the good. For example, so I've always been I've always been a confident person. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what my hair was looking like, what my weight was looking like at the time, I've just been a confident person. But I didn't realize that I dealt with issues dealing with my weight that gave me insecurities that I didn't know that I was really dealing with. So which made me not as confident as I could have been. And it took me to actually analyze when I made some songs that I made the song Chubby Chick. As y'all may know, if y'all don't know, y'all need to go watch that on YouTube.
Chubby Chick.
It's out on all platforms. Go watch the video. Go like, subscribe to our channel. All that good shit. But when I made that song as in a rebellion from the stereotypical, and I wanted to I was telling my sister, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to do something where they, you know, they gonna have to accept us. We go, you know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't even realize that I wasn't truly really accepting myself. It was it was a mask or facade, and it was from things that I dealt with when I was younger. As far as like, my uncles and my dad's side of the family, they're really vain when it comes to like weight. And, and everything consists back to weight. It was always like, you so pretty, but.
Right.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you could be this, but. You know, it was never just, oh, you're beautiful. Right. You know what I'm saying? As you are. The only person who really, truly, and honestly made me feel like that was my dad, who's no longer here. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like, even with, you know what I'm saying, my mom, sorry mom, but even with my mom, you know what I'm saying, she didn't realize, you know, that she had issues of vainness when it came to weight, because she was always a very slender woman. Until I sat down with her. And when I realized I had that trauma, I sat down with my mom and talked to her about how it affected me. And I didn't even realize it affected me until I realized it affected me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't realize that it affects you, you know? You just go on with life and you figure the shit out. Right. But it was affecting me. And of course, we talked about it. She apologized. You know, she was like, I never, wanted to make you feel that way, or wanted to make you feel, you know what I'm saying? So, but we had to have that dialogue, you know what I'm saying, in order for her to realize that, to not make those same mistakes with her grandchildren, you know what I'm saying? And for me to have that conversation, for me to be able to move on from that. Right. And since then, I've been crop top shouty, all motherfuckers so long. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Fupa out here thugging. That part, you know what I'm saying? But it was, so how like when you got that news, sis, about, you know what I'm saying, the the health or whatever, you know what I'm saying, when you got that news initially, because y'all don't know, and she never documented the shit, but when you see that smile, she kept that shit the entire time she was on chemo. The entire time. Like, people had no idea that she was going through what she was going through. And even when she cut off all her damn hair and the rest of it fell out, the little bit that was there fell out, it was just like, I'm going natural. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, everybody was asking, what's going on? Is Steffi good? So I'm like, nobody knows for real. Like, nobody, like, no. And she, you know what I'm saying? She was just so extremely positive over the whole thing. So, like, my question to you is, like, how, when you initially got that news and information, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's really dramatic, you know?
Yeah.
How did you gather that self-acceptance?
Okay, so I think the main thing of it was when you get that news, the first thing you say is like, why me? Especially when you're a good person and you're, you know, try your best and you try not to, you're God-fearing and you're just like, why me, God? But I have a spiritual relationship and I actually listen to the Spirit and I actually believe what Spirit tells me. So when I asked why God told me, this is very important for your story. This is important for your testimony. This is important for your journey. Do not fret. You're going to make it. You're going to be just fine. But me taking you through this is going to help other women make it through it. So it became a mission. And I seen it as something that I felt covered from the beginning, because Spirit was like, no, don't cry. You're going to be fine. And I believed that. So I went with Spirit and I knew my hair might fall out. It might stay. Okay. So what I did was made sure I had me some banging wigs before it even came to place. You know, I prepared myself every step of the way. Never looked for pity. I never looked for someone to feel sorry for me. No. I never posted on Facebook, look at me, I'm in the hospital. Look at me, I'm doing chemo. I felt like the more I kept my business to myself, the less other people can throw negativity on my spirit, my body, and my journey.
Yeah, and that, like, she wouldn't even say cancer. That's why I was saying health issue. You know what I'm saying? Your health scare. Your health, you know, so because when we first initially talked about it, of course, I was in tears. You know what I'm saying? You thought that they gave me the motherfucking news. You know, she was like, you know, it's okay. You know, it's okay. And she brought me back down to reality, although I wasn't even the one with the fucking health scare. You know what I'm saying? But,
if you want someone to pity you and be sad for you, that's kind of putting negative on yourself. And you don't want that energy, especially when you're fighting that off. That cancer is nothing but negative energy that we have basically sometimes internalized. Not for everybody, but there are some stress cancers out there. Stress will kill you, you know, and I wanted to be positive every step of the way. That's the only way to fight the negative inside, was to be positive and to know that, okay, one day my story will help the next person that is going through it. I'll do that for you. I feel like we're not here for ourselves. We're here for our mission for God. So if God say, baby, I need to give you this for a minute so that you can show everybody else that smile and that you don't have to cry and that you don't have to pity yourself, then I felt like as a light worker, you know, I have to do that. It's not for me, it's for God. Mm-hmm. And it's for His story. And it's to show, you know, His glory.
When I tell you that this negra was out every weekend.
No, literally.
Literally. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
My love for myself, my happiness for myself, you know, I was already going through something previous within, you know, my last relationship. And something hit me like, girl,
you know,
it didn't stop me. It never stopped me.
Not one.
It never stopped me.
One beat.
Yeah.
This heifer was going out more than I was.
Yeah, my body changed from all the dancing.
I mean, literally, you know what I'm saying? She went from being probably this big to being thicker than a snicker. But it's the fact that the fact that she accepted herself and her situation to where she got to became better in the midst of the tragic situation that she was, just goes to, you know what I'm saying, like when you accept yourself for everything that you are, everything that you have right now, where you are right now.
Let me tell you something. My first cancer, I'm sorry, sis.
Okay.
My first chemo, had already accepted it. And I was sitting there and they was like, okay, Miss Green, this is the medicine we're going to give you. And, this is everything that you're going to have to go through. This is your routine. And it was another lady sitting next to me. And I was like, okay. So I'm just sitting there. And the lady was like, excuse me, I don't mean to be nosy, but is this your first time here? And I was like, yeah, it's my first time. And she was like, why aren't you crying? She was so baffled of why was I so content with the situation. She was like, ma'am, you are like a hero. She was like, I wish that I could be as strong as you.
I never missed a party, never missed a Sunday fun day, never missed, was
but that was therapy. That was my therapy. That's what I know I love to do is dance.
We was going on trips.
Yeah.
We went on trips. You hear the S?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
During
COVID.
Girl,
bald in a bitch.
Bald.
With my little wig.
Oh, okay, we all at the lake on jet skis. She all the motherfuckers.
Okay.
Looking beautiful. Skin becoming more radiant, like when you're like pregnant skin and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I just, what I'm saying?
That goes to show everybody. It is, okay, let me put it, I'm going to put it to you guys, and I believe in this. And this is so very important for people to understand and realize. Being here is 10% physical, 90% spiritual. Just like they say, we can only see 10%. That other 90% is within the spiritual realm. So if you can change your mentality and your thought patterns within the 90%, you can change the physical for sure. Because it's the way that you think. It's 90% mental. That we are manifestors. We can change it. We can heal ourselves just by how we feel about ourselves, y'all. And then that love will heal you. That love will heal you. And I healed myself by mind control, by believing, I never said I had cancer. I never agreed with it.
Not once.
I never said that.
She never said that. Like, never. It's not,
what we say is everything. We cannot speak that on. I don't care what the doctor told you got. I would never say that. I would never admit that to my body, to my being. And that's another thing. You cannot put that on yourself. Give that to God. That's what they said. Oh, well, Dr. CB said I just had extra mucus because everything is mucus. And that chemo made me get rid of all of that mucus in my body. So
my body got rid of them toxins.
Hey.
Sports in the top 10.
Hey. But no, for real.
Nah, for real though.
For real. Dr. CB said it. And what I did see was it was just mucus, tobacco.
Because if y'all don't know,
hereditarily,
us as black people, are as a culture are in, lactose intolerant. Anyway, period.
Yeah.
So they put all of these lactose products in our face constantly that we're used to eating, and it's hard to give up. Like she said, the simplest of cheese. I love cheese.
We do.
all the cheeses.
I mean, like frittata,
It's not good for us.
Jello,
and that's why that's why
American.
you see the got milk make you strong. Milk. I believe that they knew that milk was gonna make us sick. So, and now we got to go to them for medicine. But that's just a conspiracy theorist in me.
No, that's
Okay.
true though. That's true. I love pepper jack cheese.
My ex used to work the dairy farms up there in North Texas, and them
Cows look like dinosaurs.
and that's what we're consuming. So what? No, those cows were so big, they just looked like Jurassic Park. It just did not sit well with.
And that's what we consuming, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's where the cancer's coming from.
Huey Newton was saying that, you know what I'm saying, like it's all types of violence going on. It's, you know what I'm saying, even, you know what I'm saying, the nutrition, you know, that we can afford is injustice. And
anyway, I would definitely say watch what you're eating, watch what you're consuming, not just physically consuming, watch what you're saying, watch what you're watching, watch what you're listening to, because it really does affect us. Take back your self-value and really go hard for you and be happy for you, and quit letting people other than you or people outside of you take you off your path. Nobody should be able to keep you from your joy, no matter what they have going on. If you have to say because of someone else, that is something that you can change, because you can change your environment, you can change talking to that person, you can change who you talk to, listen. Like, you have the ability to change your whole life just by what you know is best for your greatest good.
For me, I think it's, you know what I'm saying, like getting to know yourself and like my flaws, and then, you know what I'm saying, like it's just little bitty stuff, like I said, about my weight, you know, like things like, you know what I'm saying, like who I am at, you know, as a woman. And I think I'm 33, so I feel like I knew myself, you know.
When we go out, her
confidence
is on fleek, and I mean, they're on her like moths to a flame. It's so beautiful because it's all about how she feels about herself. And you know, she's don't even know she's even helped me with my confidence, because you know, it's a certain, you can look however you want to look. It's how you feel. Like I say, all this look, that's 10% of it, y'all. It's 10% of it, y'all. They feel her energy. That energy is what is gonna bring someone to you.
She get claimed in the club, yeah.
They be like, this my bitch. Don't look at her. They be trying to hide me behind them. I be like,
no,
girl.
I be trying to be like, that's my sister.
Okay. That's my girlfriend.
Okay, so moral of the story, guys, is that, you know what I'm saying, get to know yourself so that you can love on yourself.
Absolutely.
Self-acceptance is the first and the foremost key to anything, because if you want to, you know what I'm saying, be able to, you know, pursue anything, do anything different, really go for, you know what I'm saying, what you feel like is for you, because a lot of times we don't know what's for us, because we ain't, you know, accepted ourselves enough or got to know ourselves enough to really know, you know, what it is that may be out there for us other than what we really thought, you know. So speak no negativity over yourself, over your life.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I say I holler positive vibes only all the time. Yeah. All the time. You know what I'm saying? Because
very important.
It's very important, because you know, when you throw out positive, even in the midst of negative, you know what I'm saying, if you keep smiling, like, you know what I'm saying, like it'll lift your spirit, and you don't even know it's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like, keep smiling. You know, keep trying. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna start singing. Keep crying. Keep smiling. No.
Keep crying. What song is this?
I don't know. I said it wrong in the beginning. For sure, that's what friends are for. And bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh, that's what
Yes, they are.
I had to get that out.
Yes, I loved it. I loved every moment of it, because that is what friends are for. Yeah, they are. So, all right, guys.
To our channel, Dion and them.
Okay. See, that's all that milk is. See,
that's what I'm saying. That's that cream in the coffee.
Cream. Look how light skinned my niece made that. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of sweet.
Though.
It's good.
Like Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid coffee.
I don't like my Kool-Aid that sweet. They say my sister say I make Kool-Aid like white people.
Put that out.
Okay.
Yeah, got that.
No, we good. Yeah, we good. All right, y'all. Well, the blunt is out, so y'all know the time is up. So we'll holler at y'all.
Coffee and the blunt.
Coffee and the blunt. Don't make sure y'all go subscribe.
Okay.
Go like, comment, share, all that good. Catch us on the next time. You know what I'm saying? We out.